Hey boys, welcome to a video where I'm making this video straight after the NRL Grand Final, Raiders v Roosters, and I'm not going to be talking too much about the game. First off, I'll say it was honestly a good game. It was a good game of footy. I'm not going to quite go as far as to say it was ruined, although, you know, it's close. It's definitely close. And if I was a Raiders fan, I mean, yeah, completely ruined. But I'll be honest, I did not want the Roosters to win, and I think the Raiders were the better team on the night. I don't think the Roosters deserve to win, but as the title will suggest, I'm gonna be talking about a few incidents out of tonight's game, and a little bit of a rant in general. Probably could go off topic a couple of times here, but so let's dive right on in, shall we? The first one I want to talk about, and this one is not actually an incorrect decision, but the opening decision, basically, where the Roosters got that scrum feed, that one, it actually blows my mind. I obviously knew there was a rule for refs getting hit with the football. I didn't know there was like a set rule for trainers, but I guess it falls under the same category as refs, which is ridiculous. Like, I guess no one like thought about that happening and made the rule accordingly, because it's just complete bullshit. Like, it's complete bullshit. The right call, I guess, was made. I don't know. I haven't read the rule book, but yeah, common sense dictates, right, that the rule should change, and the rule should be, and it should always have been, if a ball hits a trainer, and like a team's trainer that's running around with water and shit, then the opposition team should get the footy. Like, what? It actually just blows my mind that was a thing, because I can understand, like, a ref, you know, at times it's very frustrating if you're on the receiving end of like a rough call when a ref gets hit with a football, like a kick or a ricochet or whatever. But you can live with that. I mean, the refs are there. Like, if a ball gets kicked into them, I mean, they can't, you know, you can't move. Like, if a ball flies at him, you know, nothing, you can't do anything. So you can live with a rough call going against you if it hits a ref. But if it's the opposition trainer, literally the opposition trainer is just out the back doing shit all, giving a towel and water to someone, and he gets hit with the footy, and then they get another 6 to go. Like, baffling. Absolutely mind-blowing. But that one, I mean, that one just needs to be changed, because the rule is a joke, and it just makes no sense. And it's probably a good chance for maybe the NRL to have a look at trainers running on the field. That would be like a handy little look into, I would say. But I mean, that was absurd. And then the more important one, actually, I'll go in order here, because the next one I want to talk about is the Cooper Cronk sin binning, which I was sort of losing my mind, because Cooper Cronk 100% should have been sin binned. Andrew Johns and Phil Gould are absolute fuckwits. Like, honestly, they just want, like, rules changed and interpretations differed, and all the hypocrisy just actually blows my mind with the commentators. Like, they want refs to be consistent, and they don't want different interpretations and fuck all and fuck this. And then if something happens in a big game, and if it's only slightly, then, you know, well, you know, let's change it up. Let's not actually enforce the rules. Because it was blowing my mind. I don't know. That one, I don't know. Do people agree with me on that? because I'm gonna sort of explain it more. Because let's be real here. Josh Papali, he's running into a gap. Cooper Cronk left shoulder, and Cooper Cronk obviously hits him before he touches the ball. Yes, it was fairly soon before he got it. Like, it wasn't like he tackled him a meter before he got the ball, but it obviously still caused him to drop the ball right, like, probably like 4 or 5 meters away from the try line. If Cooper Cronk legally waits for Papali to catch the ball and then he tries to make the tackle, there is a massive chance that Papali would have scored. Obviously, you can't say for certain he would have scored. That's why a penalty try is not on the cards. But it's 100% a sin bin. Like, I don't understand how they can possibly... I don't understand how they can possibly argue that. Like, any sport, especially rugby league, is a game of inches at millimeters at times. Like, if someone hits someone a fraction before they touch the ball, yes, that is a professional foul if it is in a try scoring position. Yeah, I don't know. And they're making the argument that Cooper Cronk is giving away 20 kilos. I mean, it's more like 30, 40 kilos, but regardless, but he's giving away this much size. So what is he meant to do? Well, that argument is so stupid. Yeah, if he, like, even thinking about it is blowing my mind away. Because, yeah, if he doesn't illegally tackle him, then Papali has a high chance of scoring. But if he tackles him before he catches the ball, then it's a sin bin. Like, I don't understand the argument there. You're bringing up the fact that Cooper Cronk is smaller than him. It's like, yeah, that's football, buddy. Like, that's how the game is played. There's no, it's not a handicap. The little fellas don't get an advantage against the big boys. Like, it's fair game. And just before, I'm probably talking about this point too much, but the other thing I wanted to bring up about them talking about these little minuscule things, Andrew Johns has been, I was going to make a video about this last week because something happened in that game. Andrew Johns has been just, he's been an absolute idiot for a while now. And the big thing he keeps harping on about, and Phil Gould wanted to do the same thing with that tackle, was watch it in fast motion. Don't look at things in slow motion. The game is played in fast motion. Oh, that sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just watch everything in fast motion, and all the replays where it shows a knock on and it shows them going into touch, or it shows them not going into touch. Yeah, people will be happy with that. If team gets robbed for a bad, the ref just giving a decision without really looking at it. Yeah, fans won't give a shit about that. It blows my mind, because the fact that they think that you should watch things in fast motion is absurd. It comes back to the same point about Cronk tackling him just before he gets it. It doesn't matter if it's just before or a long way before. Same with a knock on. If there's a slight touch and it goes forward into a player, it's a knock on. Like, that's the game. I don't understand this point. And even about not even about those little knock-ons into plays and stuff. They want to watch replays in just fast motion. What about all the tries in the corner, right? So you expect the refs and the touch judges to just look at it in fast motion and just give it a decision, right? Half the time in fast motion, when you look at a try in the corner, you would swear to your life that he's gone out. So all those tries, they're just gonna call them out and not award it. And yeah, it's just nonsense. And the other thing I wanted to bring up about that point, and Andrew Johns being a complete idiot, is it was last week. He's such a hypocrite. He's such a hypocrite, because last week he I think it was the Roosters game, and the Roosters got a scrum feed. It was like ball was on the ground. It was a bit of a contest or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was a bit of a contest, and the refs made the call. You know, they made the call. They gave the Roosters the scrum feed. Replay showed that the Roosters knocked it on slightly, and Andrew Johns. Oh my god, Andrew Johns is up there in the commentary box claiming that they have to reverse this decision, that it's a huge call, they have to reverse it. And it's just a facepalm moment to the biggest extent. For some reason, in general play, a little knock on, he thinks is more important for the bunker and the refs to overturn than a try-scoring position. Because this happened in the same game. Tedesco got a slight knock on, and he's there yahooing and carrying on that, oh, the game shouldn't be played like this, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't give the Roosters a try. And then that very same game, he sees a replay of a little knock on, and he's up there telling the refs to reverse the decision. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. All I can say about the bunker should be there, because the refs and touch judges you would not rely on them to get the calls right the majority of the time, honestly. The only issue with the bunker is that they take too damn long to make a decision. Like, half the time, like, it's a pretty clear-cut decision, like, just common sense, and just award no try. Like, that's the biggest issue, is that they just take too long. Not that they look at it in slow motion, but that's another rant for another video. I could go on and on about that, but I just wanted to have a little bit of a sidetrack there, and just you know, Andrew Johns, what a complete fucking idiot. And Gus as well. I mean, Gus wasn't really saying it too much this year, but he was carrying on about it tonight. And he has the last couple of weeks. So that's that. But then the next one, this is the biggest one of the night. And I've already rabbled on for a good portion here, but you know, that's what we do. But the next one, just this one just defies belief. You know, as everyone knows, well, I'm assuming everyone saw it and everyone knows, the Raiders got completely screwed over. Kick goes up and it gets, so originally when the kick went up and the Raiders contested it with Tedesco, I actually thought it came off the Raiders player originally, and I thought it was just going to be play on. And then I saw that the ref, he was signaling 6 to go. So the Raiders, obviously, they passed it, and then Jack Wine just took the line on. And I don't know if it was one ref said play on, or if they actually changed the decision. I'm not sure which of the two happened there, but it's irrelevant. Because the main thing here, and the reason I brought up the point that I thought the Raiders had originally knocked the ball back anyway, so it was play on, is that doesn't change the fact, right? Because it's not like a knock on. It's not like the Raiders actually ended up knocking it on and the bunker like overturned it, so it was a stop and play anyway and the right call was made. No, like the ref signaled it, and then the Raiders played to the signal, so they didn't get a kick away. If the ref makes the call that is 6 to go, whether or not it was correct that it was 6 to go or not is irrelevant. You can't change what was happening. You can't change the decision. Like, the Raiders have already made they've already changed their minds. Whiting could have put in a kick, he could have passed, he could have done whatever. And again, you know, I can't say that the Raiders were necessarily robbed. I'm using my neutral hat here, Deluxe, but I can't say that they were necessarily robbed, because who knows, he could have kicked it and The Raiders might have scored. He might have kicked it dead. They might have got a repeat set. They could have intercepted it. Who knows? Like, you don't actually know. But at the end of the day, like, the refs just, I don't even. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, I don't know how they thought that would be an okay solution. If it's like, it is far worse. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's far worse that they changed the decision on the fly and the Raiders got tackled with the ball, rather than if they stayed with the original 6 to go and it found out that it was off the Raiders and it probably shouldn't have been a 6 to go. It's far worse the first option, because the Raiders didn't get a chance, because they didn't knock it on. They either play on and kick it or pass it, or it's 6 to go, and you can't change the decision. It's crazy. So, you know, there's not much more to say about that. I mean, the rest just royally screwed it. I don't know what was going on in their heads. I don't know how you can do that. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like to bag the refs out that much. I know, like, you know, if I'm watching my team and there's bad decisions, like, I'll swear and I'll carry on and get angry during the game, but I don't come to Twitter after the game and call for the refs to be sacked and all that, because, you know, at the end of the day they make mistakes. But I mean, that was huge. Like, it's not even defensible. It's a grand final, and that moment right there, the Raiders were gone. Like, heads dropped. They looked like they were done once that call happened. The Roosters scored on the back of it, and game was over, you know. So a thrilling finish just got completely washed away with that call. And, you know, if you're a Raiders fan, if you're a Raiders player, you'd be absolutely spewing. I'm keen to see Ricky Stewart's press conference, dude. It's either gonna go two ways. Like, he's either going to just let fly and just cop the punishment, which is such crap that they're not allowed to actually say anything in press conferences. I understand you don't want the coaches to bag refs, but, you know, there's gotta be some onus. Like, they got to be able to speak their mind a little bit. But that's one way. Or the other way that I think might happen is he might just play like a bit of a silent treat. He might just not say anything. Like, you'll see him fuming, but he might just not say anything. Like, I don't know. It could go either way, dude. But yeah, unfortunately, dude, I hate it because I hate the Roosters. Oh man, it's just very frustrating. Thankfully, I don't follow the Raiders. I do like the Raiders, but thankfully they're not my team. Otherwise, I would be, oh boy, I would be absolutely livid. I'd be freaking out. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to talk about. Again, that last decision, I mean, what can you do? There's no rule change needed to happen. It's just, you can't be total idiots. Like, common sense, for God's sakes. Like, but regardless, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. Roosters fans, I'm sure you're happy right now. And you know, the season's done and dusted. It's been a good season. I know a lot of complaints about certain things, but you know, I still love the footy. I think there was still great footy played. And there's some good stuff coming up. There's some internationals and the Auckland the Nines World Cup, which I'm extremely keen for. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. You know, either defend the decisions, or maybe disagree with me on things, or agree with me, whatever. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.